Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to every last one of you that clicked that subscribe button below, and we made it to 4,000 subscribers. That number's huge. Thank you so much, guys. This means so much to me, and I hope that you guys are liking the content. I hope to continue making it for you, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. Now, without further ado, let's get into this 4,000 subscriber special. So now, over here, you'll see that this is a TNT cannon. I'm sure that some of you are more familiar with this TNT cannon design than others. This is the one that we use to raid bases on Woodycraft. And we use this TNT cannon a lot. And it's kind of new to us, but it works really well. Okay, this is the best TNT cannon I've ever seen, and I want to show you guys how to make it. So the way that it works, I'll explain the concept for those of you that don't know. TNT comes out of these dispensers and it's live, and it's sitting in this water. TNT won't blow up the actual cannon because it's sitting in water. The water pushes the TNT down to right here, consolidating the blast. Meanwhile, while TNT is just sitting here with the fuse of 60 ticks, these ticks are going by, right? And each one of these counts as 5 ticks, I believe, in Minecraft. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. And this one's not at full. This one's at 1 off. So, all these, and then the sand gets pushed right before the TNT explodes. And as the sand's falling, the TNT explodes, pushing the sand forward. Okay? That's an important part. Now, this is filled with TNT. Actually needs some. Do these need TNT? Nope. So, TNT falls down from here, thanks to this handy-dandy comparator burnout setup. 7 TNT at a time. So, with one click of this button, you launch 1 piece of sand and 7 pieces of TNT, which means you can do a lot of damage to a faction space really quickly. On the front here, the part that you can see that I'm expanding right now, this is the muzzle. This is the muzzle of the TNT cannon. This is important if you tend to get counter-raided while you're raiding. So while we're raiding, sometimes people will come and try and get to us. So if someone is trying to get into our base, they ender pearl, or our cannon, better yet, they hit the wall, they fall in this lava, they die. This is also a useful tool for when you're shooting straight, because without the muzzle, the TNT will kind of fly up in the air, arc, lob down, sometimes explode before it hits the ground. The muzzle is a very useful feature to have in the TNT cannon. So let's do time set day, and let's launch this cannon. Let's watch this. There goes the TNT, and there goes the sand, and it blew up in the air. Now, there's one important part that I forgot to mention, is this part, the TNT burnout switch. Now, if you have a redstone comparator, set to subtraction mode, hooked up to a block, redstone's loop back around and goes on top of the dispenser. This will do 7 ticks in a row. Tick, 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 tick. Now, you need 4 repeaters before it, and clearly I don't have enough here. So let me correct that, and I'll be right back. Here we go. As you can see up here, now we have 4 repeaters on max delay as opposed to where we had 2 repeaters on minimum delay. So this blast will be much more successful, I'm sure of it. So the TNT goes off down here, 7 TNT drops in, down off goes the sand, and there we go. That's a pretty sizable hole for one blast. Also, you can see that we've been landing sand from all the unsuccessful blasts before. And I could even extend the timer more. Okay, so one of the great things about this TNT cannon is that you can adjust how far it goes. Now you can see we have 6 dispensers here. When all 6 of them have TNT in them, it'll launch super far. Well, it'll launch as far as you saw, which is actually pretty far, considering how far we are from where it is. It's a pretty far launch. Now, you can see I took TNT out of 2 of these 6. And there we go. And we'll see how far it goes. It goes a little bit shorter. Now, some of the TNT is still blowing up before it hits the ground. That's in part due to the timing of this comparator, and in part due to the fact that we are launching pretty far. Now, if we go once again, and now we only have TNT in the front 2, and we launch again, we will see that it does not go nearly as far, but it does a lot more damage because all the TNT hit the ground first. This cannon works great for raiding bases with water walls because the TNT lands and blows up. Okay, I quickly whipped up some clay covered in water. I would use obsidian because that's what most bases and factions are built out of, but I don't have the obsidian breaker plugin installed on this computer, so we'd just be here forever and never break through. But this is just a proof of concept that we can break through with this cannon bitter yet. It'll take a bunch of tries, but it will work. And some things to be careful of when you're building this cannon. Always make sure you have sand loaded in. If you don't, bad stuff could happen. Oh, that one went too far. See, I'll just simply adjust how far it goes by that. Other things you should know about this cannon. I'm not sure if it's just the nature of TNT in Minecraft or if it's the actual cannon design. It's a little random, you know? If you feel like you're hitting your shots 3 times in a row and then missing one, it's nothing that you're doing. It's just the nature of TNT cannons in Minecraft. And be sure you can rapid fire this cannon. I'm rapid firing it right now, going pretty quick. But be sure to make that all the TNT has left the muzzle by the time that you click the next button, right? I wouldn't want to click it right now. I want to wait until right now. Just make sure it's all left. So you can see we're making some progress on this wall. If this were a faction base, we'd already be in, because we could just ender pearl through this corner and get in. But it definitely works. You can watch some of the Woodycraft streams and see that we got through bases with fences, water, obsidian, everything that you think would slow us down. This cannon is unstoppable. So, over here to the side, I'll show you how to quickly build one. Your first step is you're going to want to put down a gutter with blocks on one side, blocks on the other side. Make sure that the last 3 blocks on both sides are dispensers. Okay. Step 2 is going to be some redstone. So, grab yourself some redstone and run redstone down the side. Both sides. Oh, right over. And if you try and place redstone on dispensers, you can't. It just opens up the dispenser. You have to hold shift and then place it. Next, you're going to want to put down your button. And then I'll just plop down my button. I like to use stone buttons so that enemies can't shoot them while I'm raiding. We're going to want water right there. Okay, make sure you put a half slab at the end when you're building your gutter. The muzzle is technically optional. It'll still work, but like I said, if you want to shoot in a straight line, you're going to want the muzzle there. The lava is completely optional. It doesn't add anything to the cannon. It's just in case people are trying to ender pearl into your cannon. It kind of kills them on their way in. So this will also, it'll make it shoot straighter, and if you're raiding a base, it'll do a better job of hitting on target every time. So once we have both of these redstone layers set up, we're going to want to set up the hybrid cannon part. So this side, I'm just going to use this side to be consistent with the other cannon. I'm going to put in sand. It doesn't really matter when you put in the sand, just that you put in the sand. You can put it in after. Be sure that it's resting on a block that's a full block, not a half slab or anything like that. And contrary to that, the other side, you're going to put a block that's a half slab. You could put a piece of glass, a half slab, a stair, glowstone, anything that doesn't take a redstone current. I recommend a half slab, a stair, glass, anything like that. So, moving right along, we're going to need a pretty decent amount of space here. As you can see right here, I went over 2, which will probably do it here. We'll go over 3 just to be sure. And we're going to need a piston. So it's really nice I could just go over here and pick up the block that I need and go over here and put it down. You're going to need to buy these at the store or whatever. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 repeaters. It doesn't matter what array, what design you put them in, as long as you have 9. And on the corners you could put redstone, or if you want to save some materials, you could put down any solid block that will pull a redstone current. I'll just use redstone because I'm in creative. I have unlimited of everything. Then what you're going to want to do is set all of these to max just by right-clicking on them until you see the back little torch. Move all the way to the end and do that until you get to the last one. Leave the last one tick off. I find that works better. The next attachment to set up is going to be the TNT part. Now, you could have this fire down from the top if that's what you want, or you could have it fire in from the side. Just so that we get to see both models, I'm going to have it fire in from the side. They work exactly the same. There's no difference in the way that they work. Just a matter of which one you prefer to build. So I'm going to run out one more, because if I try and run it in here and run a redstone wire down here, it's going to connect to the redstone wire below, and that's not something that we want. So I'm going to run my redstone wire right here. Give yourself a pretty decent sized platform here just to build your comparator setup. And here we go. So we need just wind up with some redstone and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to put down a block, actually. You don't have to, just preference. Grab one of these guys. This is a redstone comparator. Place down the redstone comparator, click on it again to turn it into subtraction mode. Put this here. This is the important part. You have to follow step by step. Let's just make sure that this works. Test fire. Oh, it didn't. What is different about this one? Oh, yes. I think that what we actually want to do is back it up one. Over here. My bad. Put this like this. And there we go. Traction mode. Traction mode is really important. It's probably the part that you're going to forget more than any other. Okay. Now, probably the most difficult part of this cannon, you see I whipped it up pretty quick, is loading in the TNT. It takes a while. It won't take me that long, of course, because I'm in creative, but it does take a while to load in TNT. Always be sure, some things to keep in mind with this cannon, always be sure you have sand loaded, okay? I would do a test fire before you fire it for the first time, because you're probably going to end up blowing something up if you just fire it without a test fire. And a test fire, just click the button, make sure that you hear the tick, 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 tick coming out of the repeater. Make sure that these activate. If these don't activate, your cannon's screwed, okay? Now that we loaded into this guy, we're ready for our fire. Let's give it a go. And boom. A big part of this redstone cannon is playing with delays, okay? Obviously here I did not put a delay on any of these, and I should have. So now that they're all at max delay, it will fire a lot further. This plays with the fuse on the TNT. The longer the delay, the longer the fuse is going to be. And there we go. You can dig a pretty nasty hole with this. It's a great hybrid cannon. It can be kind of big, but you can make a pretty small box around this and live inside or work inside of it. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers. That number just seems so huge. I hope that you're enjoying the content. Tell me what you're liking, what you're not. This means so much to me. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time.